Hey guys, I got a TTM in for the first time in a while, so I decided I'd show all the TTMs I received over the years. There aren't many of them. I've always been kind of on and off with the whole TTM thing. Been trying to get more into it over the past year or so. But anyway, here's the one I got in today. Dan Marley, solid player during the 90s. And now let's get into these. Some of these are pretty old, like over a decade old. So let's start with some old NBA coaches. Jerry Sloan, Mike Dunleavy Sr., Don Nelson. Here's a nice one, Lenny Wilkens, three-time Hall of Famer. Went in as a player, as a coach, and as an assistant on the 92 Dream Team. Here's a Bill Cartwright, got a bit smudged. Here's a Nate McMillan on a 96-97 Finest. Here's another Finest, Irvin Johnson. And here's a nice one, Sean Bradley on one of my favorite sets ever, EX2000. Here's another one that got pretty smudged, Lamont Murray. Here's a Jerome Williams, one of my favorite role players a few years ago. There's a Pat Riley. There's a Monty Williams. These now are a little bit more recent. Kevin Martin. Kelly Tripucka, one of the announcers for the Nets. Here's a David Lee. I actually sent him two. Sent him this one and one in a Knicks uniform, but he only signed that one. Here's a Randy Foy. Bernard James. Here's one of my favorites, a Charlie Villanueva. I just like the card, I like his signature. Came out real good. It's an Anthony Tolliver. I like the way that one came out in red. So Ryan Gomes. I actually sent this one to his NBDL team. So that was my first NBDL success. Here's a Detlef Schrempf. I actually sent him a different card. He sent it back unsigned and sent me this card. I guess he had it signed already. So that was kind of disappointing. Here's an Enes Kanter. This looks like a scribble all over the place. And so now we move on to some baseball. Start with an old school manager, Tom Kelly. Great manager back in the day. Here's a Felipe Alou. Here's an old school catcher, Brent Maine. Here's a Herb Perry. Here's a nice one, Jeff Cirillo. I like the way his signature came out. And here's probably my favorite one, John Franco. Underrated closer. Seemed like a really solid guy too. Here's a Tom Goodwin, currently the first base coach with the Mets. Sent it to Citi Field. Here's former Yankee Shelley Duncan. That one came out pretty cool too. Here's a Tom Gorzolani. Here's a Rafael Palmeiro. Sent that to a private address, so was kind of shocked to get it back. Here's a Jeff Francoeur, a little bit faded. Here's a nice Justin Morneau, former MVP. Ruben Amaro, former GM of the Phillies. Here's a Bruce Chen on another one of my favorite sets, 97 Bowman Chrome. Here's a Yonder Alonso. Looks like he signed it in regular pen. He signed the front and the back. Here's Wayne Kirby, first base coach of the Orioles. And last is my only entertainment auto of the writer of one of my favorite movies, A Bronx Tale, Mr. Chaz Palminteri. And so that's it. Those are all the TTMs I received. Hoping to get more soon. I've sent a bunch of stuff out the past few months, and I have a few stacks I want to get sent out, so hopefully there'll be more returns in the future. So until then, as always, thanks for watching.